What's good, everybody? Happy Saturday. I hope everybody is having a good day today, y'all. My day is going good. I honestly, I cannot complain. I am in pain, but I can't complain. Today, I went to the gym today. Today was leg day, and baby, it was brutal, but I'm just so happy to, I don't know. I'm just, as I get older, I'm happy to, freestyle in the gym and get my workout in, and I'm grateful, okay? Without being injured or anything like that or whatever, okay? But again, we are here today to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 15, episode 5. And the name of the episode is called Not Feeling the Healing. Okay? Now, I thought it was a good episode. My apologies. I did not do last week's episode. I was so busy last week that I just felt like it was too much to do. So I didn't do anything last week outside of lives that I did. And of course, Potomac and Married to Medicine. Anything outside of Potomac and Married to Medicine, I didn't do. I think that what threw me off last week was I was behind on Love and Marriage Huntsville, and then they ended up doing Traders, and again, it's so hard for me to it's easier for me to go live, so I feel like I'm about to start going live more often. However, with the Traders, I cannot take the more than one episode dropping a night. It's becoming too much. Just give us one episode a week and then move on so we could just start in our plans. But I feel like it's overload. And sometimes when I just get overwhelmed, I just don't do, I just stop. You get what I'm saying? I just freeze. And that's what happened last week. And so I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do the Traders. I ended up watching it already and I ended up taking some notes. But I probably just do one live for both episodes. Because the thing is, when I do one live, it's not going to be as detailed, and I like to be as detailed as possible. Okay? Okay, but again, we are here today to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 15, episode 5. We have been watching these girls for 15 seasons, okay? And the name of the episode is called Not Feeling the Healing, okay? So, again, I thought that it was a good episode. I think that Sutton is a hypocrite, and we're going to talk about it later. But before we get started, let's see who all in here, and then we're going to talk, okay? And I'm able to see, let me see if I can pull it up. I'm able to see, let me see. Hold on, let me pull it up. I'm able to see how many of y'all like the video, and y'all ought to be upset that I found out how to do that, because now it's about to be hell to pay. Let me see how I can do it. Go here. Like the video, hype the video up if you can. Like the video, hype the video up if you can. Subscribe if you're new here. Okay, and let's talk. Let me see who up in here, though. The Inform, what's good? Wizard, what's good? Jacqueline Moore, what's good? I'm here for the live. I got to say I like Bo's assistant. You like Bo's assistant? He don't do nothing. He ain't did nothing. Jennifer Teddy let the truth out. Yes, she did. Tanya, what's good? Rob Janice, the title is sending me. Yes, the title is sending me. And the thing, listen, I am so excited about the girls because we are now getting price tags back. We are now getting price tags back. The broke can move along. The broke can quit. The broke can go away. Go away from me with this, Apollo. But now, since the broke are gone, we can now get price tags back. Because when the girls go shopping, I want to see how much they spending. I want to see how much they spending. Maria Pitts was good. Ashley was good. Rosie Posey was good. Happy Saturday. Couldn't wait for you to come on down here. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. EHC Bunny was good. Rob J was good. Ruthie Romero was good. Sublime Women was good. B. Marie Dollar Sign was good. Lexi Lane was good. Cleaning GABOR in the Alley Cast is my favorite way to see my Saturday. Oh, thank you so much. Shelves was good. Lee Jubbs was good. Lady Virgo was good. My Fridays are packed now. Beverly Hills, The Traders, Vanderpump, and the Valley Persian Style. You watch the Valley Persian Style? My mama watched the Valley Persian Style. I don't watch Vanderpump. Are they good? But I do watch Traders, and I have to watch Traders Friday morning. I'd be asleep by the time they come on. Bonita Barbie was good. Saul Williams was good. D. Spencer, Whitney, Miss Lovely T was good. Enlightened Soul, D. Spencer was good. I can't stand them, and they should have picked someone else. We got to give her a chance, Callie. She made me chuckle at the end, though. I like her a little bit. I don't like her. I see through her. But the thing is with Amanda is, we're going to talk about it. My thing is, Even though I don't like you, I'm fair. And Sutton is a hypocrite. Sutton is a hypocrite. Okay? Let me know who I have to boot for the video. Beyonce's mama, what's good, Tina 2082? What's good? I love me some Jennifer Tilly. Been that girl. All she does is dress and breast. Sutton, watch how you handle my girl. Right. It's about time. Gigi, what's good? We definitely need Jennifer Tilly and Erica. The resting codes. Sutton has a mean streak like a no wire hanger. Yes. Mimi Kitty, what's good? Douglas Donation, what's good? Necker Hood. Maleo, what's good? Candace is doing better on Traders episode 4, right? You know, I'm caught up now. Princess Francois. I don't mind you. I don't mind you. Oh, Richie, I gotta give you a shout out later in the episode, baby. Amanda, at least trying right. But Princess Francois, Candace is really, really doing good. But she's doing good. Okay. But let me go ahead and get through the episode, and then we gonna I think I'm gonna do a Traders episode tomorrow, but it's just so hard because we got to talk about the challenges and everything. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna do it tomorrow, okay? But again, y'all, we are here to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 15, episode 5, and the name of the episode is called "Not Feeling the Healing." Okay, so we are on day 2 of Sutton's trip to Sedona, Arizona. I had no idea that Sedona was in Arizona. I had no idea that Sedona was in Arizona. Okay. So it's day 2. It's the next morning. And some of the girls are getting breakfast in bed served by the help. So, you know, some of the girls, I think that is so funny. It is so funny because I remember there was a time in Beverly Hills. Put a 1 in the chat if you've been at Beverly Hills since day 1. There was a time in Beverly Hills that none of the girls had anything. They did not have anything. When they went on a trip, it was just them. Okay. Then Erica joined the show. And then she was the first person I remember that had a glam squad. She was the first person who had a glam squad. And then once Erica did it, Dorit did it. And I remember one season, everybody had a glam squad. And you had girls that was getting glam squads that raised their powder for $5,000 and couldn't even pay. Okay? And so now everybody had the glam squads, right? Then Diana came over on the show. And she was the first person who started bringing her help with her. She started bringing her help with her. She had her help. Remember, she had her help flying in before she got in to have everything set up for her nice the way she wanted. And then Ivy started coming along everywhere. Remember, it was Ivy. And now we got Boz and Tilly traveling with the help. Okay? It's like none of the girls wants to be outdone. None of the girls wants to be outdone. All of this is literally the girls trying to keep up with the Joneses. Like, really, what are y'all doing that is so important that y'all need an assistant on vacation with y'all? Either one of them. Point out any one of them. What are they doing that is so important that they need to have an assistant with them while they're on vacation? You can't walk downstairs and go get your breakfast? None of y'all can walk downstairs and go get your breakfast? Please, okay? Now, Amanda, she's not having breakfast. She looked like she in her bed making a video call. And so we'll talk about it later, okay? Now, Sutton, she has the group going to go see the Vortex, which is an energy hub, right? Now, all of the women are meeting in the lobby, and Amanda comes down to the lobby, and she lets it be known that she has on a Chanel backpack with sunscreen inside. Confetti, girl. Okay. But, you know, but she knew money. She knew money. I don't know if it's legit money, but she's definitely new money. Okay. Now it's unclear. It was unclear to me whether all of the women were supposed to go hiking and see the vortex, or did some of them just refuse to go because it was hot. Me personally, I would not have went to go see the vortex. You know what I'm saying? I think I told y'all this before. I had a friend, he was a personal trainer, and he needed to train a certain amount of people before he could start getting paid at the gym that he worked at. And so he asked me to come in so he could hurry up and reach his number. And so I went. After the workout, me and him and a group of our friends, we had ended up going to Runyon Canyon. They wanted to go to Runyon Canyon or whatever. It's the hiking trail that y'all usually see. You know, when y'all watch movies in LA or that are shot in LA and you see people running on the trail, or you always see, you know, it's always like a hero's part of the movie where somebody grinding or something. They always show Runyon Canyon. And so we went to Runyon Canyon or whatever. I went and we walked up and we ran down, y'all. And the next day I woke up and I bent over to pick up something off the floor, and I felt like this this back pain. It felt like my bones was rubbing in together, almost like a pinched nerve. And ever since then, I started having back problems. And so I haven't been running or any hiking trail since. And haven't worked out with anybody or a personal trainer since. I haven't did either one of them since. So I know that I wouldn't have been hiking. I definitely wouldn't have been hiking. Okay. So Sutton, Tilly, Amanda, Kyle, and Erica, they all go hiking. And Boz, Dorit, and Rachel decided that they was going to go shopping. Okay. Kathy stayed behind because she was tired. But honestly, when I saw Kathy here when she was in the lobby, I knew she wasn't going nowhere. And ain't nobody gonna make a big fuss about Kathy going nowhere either, because that's Big Cat. You get what I'm saying? That's Big Cat. So Kathy just stayed in her room and watched videos all day. Boz seems tired this season. Boz is over there sticking her stomach, trying to have a baby by the. I'm so upset at Boz. But girl, I'm so upset at Boz. But I really want to know, and I like Boz, but I wonder if this is Boz's first black man. Because I read her book, and she talked about how black men never really tried to talk to her before or whatever. But I wonder if it's her first black man. Okay, now let me see how many likes I got before I get to acting stingy, like Genuine say. Let me see. 65. Okay, we got half. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much for liking the video. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Okay, so the hiking crew, again, it is Sutton, Tilly, Amanda, Kyle, and Erica. They all go hiking. Okay, now when they go hiking, baby, it is 102 degrees outside. Who going hiking in 102 degrees outside? 102? That's too hot for me. When I get real hot, I get irritated. My nose starts bleeding sometimes. You get what I'm saying? And I just get real irritated. And Jennifer Tilly was talking a lot. She would have irritated me. And she also brought a crystal. I forgot to say she brought a crystal with her, and she wanted it to charge. She wanted to charge her crystal because the vortex is supposed to be giving away some energy. And so she was talking to the crystal child, and she even threw some water on the crystal. The hippies of the group. Right, okay? Boz. Oh, they made it to the top of the vortex, and then they ended up meditating. They started meditating once they got to the top of the vortex, okay? So Kyle goes and sits next to Erica, and she's talking to Erica, and she shares that she met with Dorit, and she feels that Dorit is angry at PK, and she's taking it out on her, okay? And so Erica advises Kyle to leave the PK stuff out of their conversation, and Kyle says that's all she talks about. And my thing is, nobody cares. Nobody cares. I do think that Dorit talks about PK a lot, and not really is she. I think that last season she was trying to talk about PK a lot, but this season I feel like Dorit is trying to pull on our heartstrings, and she's trying to make it about Jagger and the kids and my babies. Oh, my babies. You get what I'm saying? And girl, don't nobody care. The audience is not invested. I think that we hadn't really seen inside y'all marriage like that to really be invested. We are invested in Candy's and Todd's marriage. Okay, we seen Mama Sharon, rest in peace, on the show, and her and Mama Joyce getting into it. We seen Mama Joyce didn't want her to marry. None of the Amy's wanted her to marry. We seen Candy and Todd eating pussy together in the bedroom. You get what I'm saying? We seen they bought Kayla over here. You know what I'm saying? We are invested in their marriage. We care about it. We want to see it. This stuff over here with PK and Dorit, nobody cares about it. We do not care. We don't know the inside details or the intricacies of y'all marriage. We don't know. We don't even know how y'all make y'all money. We don't even know how y'all make y'all money. We don't really know nothing. So I think that it's crazy that y'all think that y'all could just, that Dorit thinks, and I like Dorit, but I just think that it's crazy that she thinks that she could just say she getting a divorce, baby, and you think that you about to, divorce us to death, and my baby, my boy, I haven't known that. Girl, we don't care. And I hate to say it, even with the baby, even with Jagged, and we don't care about Jagged, and we don't care about Jagged and Phoenix neither. We don't care. Okay? Boz, Dorit, and Rachel, remember they didn't go hiking. They didn't go hiking. They went shopping, and guess what, baby? We are getting price tags, baby. We got price tags, baby. We got price tags. You know what I'm saying? I'm so excited that we get price tags. It's been a long time coming. I wonder who had to leave the show for us all of a sudden to get price tags.
Yes.
No shade.
Baby. Certain girls had to leave so we could get price tags because they couldn't hang. They couldn't hang, okay? Now, after they went shopping, they went to a bar, and Dorit shares with Boz that she shares with Boz and Rachel that Kyle came over, and she expressed that she doesn't always feel supported by Kyle, okay? Now, when she started to share about what happened with the kids she said that when she started to share about what happens with the kids going to Florida to see their grandparents, and PK tried to block it, Kyle made a statement that we don't know if he did or if he didn't. And Rachel says, sometimes you just want to feel like your girls have your back no matter what. And they feel like that Kyle didn't have her back. Okay? Thank you for the super chat, Mimi. Mini Golden Doodle Max. Okay? She said, I find it funny how your direct shots and strays to catch to be nameless trigger some in the audience. Even Rosie Posey shifts around in her seat when you like strikes and pops nameless. The quitter. That's why I call her the quitter. Because they say I bring her up too much. Thank you for the super chat, Mini Golden. I find it funny how your direct shots. They're not even direct shots. I just be talking about what's going on. If I got to review the show, I got to talk about what happened, and we got to talk about the history. You get what I'm saying? You got to talk about the history. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Okay. Listen, Kyle can do some wrong, right? And I guess there was part of the conversation that took place that we didn't see, but I feel like Dorit was overreacting in that situation because I think that she was overreacting because of the prior stances that Kyle has taken or trying to defend PK. You get what I'm saying? To me, it seemed like Kyle was trying to tell Dorit or try to help Dorit in that situation. And so she was trying to help her come up with a solution so the kids can go to Florida to see their grandparents. Because Dorit was saying that the kids going to see the grandparents was the goal. And PK was trying to block them from going unless they went with him. Right? So how they got there and if they like it or not doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, the goal is if we can get them to their grandparents. So let him take them. Let him take them. He didn't say that they can't go at all. But then I feel like the same thing that Kyle said, Rachel ended up saying it later on and she agreed to it. And so it's like, y'all, I feel like that she was mad at Kyle for nothing, in my opinion. I'm standing on that. Thank you for the super chat, Q. He said, I don't know who is more annoying, Amanda or Sutton or Dorito was spending that money. Wasn't she? Yes, she was. Yes, she was. She raised her paddle and she paid. Okay? Now, let's get back to the vortex, okay? Now, Kyle is telling Erica that she told Mauricio that Dorit is upset with her, okay? And Mauricio said that PK is a great dad. And from what he's hearing, PK is the complete opposite of what Dorit is saying. He said that he has seen text messages and Dorit is blocking PK from seeing the kids. And so Erica is saying, oh, no. Oh, no. And I took the oh, no to mean, girl, I know you ain't doing all this on these cameras. Erica, yes, she is. Yes, she is. Baby, and they actually showed a flashback of Kyle on the phone with Mauricio with the phone on speakerphone so Mauricio can talk and the camera can hear it and Kyle can have it filmed.
See, that's a dirty ass bitch right there.
That's a dirty ass bitch. That's a dirty ass bitch. Let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck what Dorit said about PK. Dorit is part of the show. PK is not. And for Kyle to be trying to give PK a platform or a voice on this show through herself and Mauricio is sick. It's sick. And my thing is, she's not being a girl's girl. She's not being a girl's girl.
There's a special place in hell for a bitch like you. A special place.
She's not being a girl's girl. Like, my thing is, Kyle would not appreciate it if the girls start filming with Mauricio and get his side of what's going on in their marriage. You get what I'm saying? Why she around here walking around with a stud? With a dildo in her pocket. You get what I'm saying? She would not appreciate that. Or if any other girls met up with Morgan to check out or to see if everything that she's saying about their relationship is true. Because Kyle can say what she want to say. Morgan Morgan is the type of girl who Morgan is almost like, for Kyle to be like that, Morgan is not comfortable with her sexuality and people saying that you get what I'm saying? That she gay and in a relationship like that. That's almost like saying Saucy Santana is DL and he uncomfortable being with a man. Girl, we see Morgan is a stud a mile away. What are you talking about? She's not comfortable. She showed up very comfortable. What are you talking about? You get what I'm saying? Kyle, you got to learn how to lie better, boo. That's like Saucy going around saying, "Oh, I ain't gay." Like he trying to be DL or something. Morgan is more than comfortable. And you was comfortable in that when you was tattooing her. You was comfortable when you was in that tattooing her. Thank you for the super chat. He said Kyle didn't say anything different from what the other lady said. She just wants to be mad at her to keep her spot on the show. Yes, she do. Well, I don't know about keeping her spot on the show, but she do just want to be mad at her. I think that she's mad for prior stuff that went on. Thank you for the super chat, Q. Okay. Now, based on what we've seen on this show, PK is not a great dad.
I said it. I'm not taking it back. I
meant it. He's not a great dad. We've seen examples of great dads on reality TV. I feel like Dr. Eugene is a great dad. I feel like Bobby Massey is a great dad. I feel like some will argue that Mauricio is a great dad. You know what I'm saying? He raised his daughters over there with Kyle. He took Farrah in as his own. Kathy said that, she loved Mauricio for raising Farrah as his own. He didn't make a difference between Farrah and the other kids because, Kyle's oldest child is by another man, her first husband, and then the rest of the kids are by Mauricio. You get what I'm saying? And so I feel like that if Dorit is with the kids 99% of the time and she have them on the schedule, just because PK drop in this one weekend where he feel like he wants to be a father, you get what I'm saying? No, you still have to communicate with me. They on the schedule. Just because this weekend you decide that you want to be a father don't mean that we're going to stop our plans. You get what I'm saying? Am I tripping? Apollo is a great dad. How you a great dad from the penitentiary? And kissing Kyle in her video, right? And she's sitting on ready for Kyle, right? Morgan look comfortable to me? Yes. I bet $100 PK never changed my diaper. So, oh, Bubba. Child, please. You get what I'm saying? I just feel like that, the schedule does not stop because PK wants to be a father this week. That's not me keeping them from keeping you from the kids. You can come over here and see them when they get back from practice or what they got going on, but they're not going to stop going to practice or what they got going on or not go to school just because you here this weekend. Kyle is really honest about anything in her life. What's good, Nikki? Kyle is really Kyle is rarely honest about anything in her life. She has no room to criticize the No, she does not. And I also think that it's so crazy that I'm also thinking about like how nasty Kyle is because it's just crazy that she's around here trying to defend PK and what's going on between him and his wife, especially after Taylor was on the show and she was getting beat right up under their noses. You get what I'm saying? And the truth of the matter is Kyle does not know what's going on within their marriage or what happened in their marriage. You get what I'm saying? Didn't she say on her Amazon Live that her and Dorit only went out to eat, double dating twice outside of filming? So you don't know, y'all not cool like that for you to say what was going on in their marriage. So you need to keep your mouth closed. Because if Dorit come out and said that man was beating her, you don't know if she's telling the truth or not. You just know what they allowed you to see. You don't know. Okay? But I feel like that Kyle is trying to make this her storyline. And Dorit way better than me. Dorit way better than me. Okay? So, everybody is back at the where they stand at. And they're about to have dinner. Now, the women are making dinner tonight. Okay? Now, Sutton, just because you got rid of the help, don't mean that all of the women all of a sudden want to become the help. You get what I'm saying? Just because you got rid of Ivy, don't mean that all of the women that want to be cooking and stuff and becoming the help for you. Okay? I do think that it's a great idea, like a bonding idea for the girls to make food together, but it would have been better if the women made it more like a dress down situation where they could just relax and really make the food. You get what I'm saying? I just think that would have been better instead of girls trying to get all glammed up and then going in there trying to cook. Okay. So Bose is FaceTiming Keely. She said that her energy is drained and she's kind of sick because of the injections that she's trying to take to try to get pregnant. And you can actually see it on her that she actually looks sick. You get what I'm saying? And I cannot believe, but we'll get more into that next episode. But Bose, I can't believe that you're around here, girl, doing this in your 40s. In your 40s. But I read her book, she is very determined. She is a very determined person. That's how she got pregnant with Lael after she lost her first daughter. She named her Eve. But she's very determined and she's going to try to. I wouldn't be surprised if she ended up having a baby. But I was looking at Bose. Lael looks a lot like Bose. Lael looks a lot like her. I mean, that's her mama, but I'm just saying I can see that they look a lot alike. Okay. Now let's get to Amanda. Now I believe that Amanda and Kyle are roommates. I forget, but Amanda came and she asked Kyle for some advice, and so she said, "Does Sutton have an assistant named Avery or Ari?" Bitch, you know his motherfucking name. I can't stand when people try to play in my top. I can't stand when people try to play on my top. Does she have an assistant named? What did she say? Avery or Ari?
Playing in my mother face. I hate that.
Quit playing in my face, girl. Quit playing in my face. So Bose don't believe. What's good, Richie? So Bose don't believe in surrogacy. I don't know. I don't know if she believes in surrogacy or not. I don't believe in it if we got to go through Dr. Jackson. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, Gene. I'm sorry, GABOR, but I don't like the new girl, Amanda. We're going to talk about her. We're going to talk about it, Gene. We're going to talk about her. If you don't, matter of fact, thank you for the super chat, Gene. Gene, if you don't like her, I love her. If you don't like her, I love her. Okay? But my whole thing is, Amanda, girl, you know his name ain't no Avery or Ari. I think that's how people try to play on your top. You know what I'm saying? But she ended up saying that her friend was out. Oh, thank you, Rosie Posey. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay. So she said that her friend was out and she was talking to this guy and he started talking about Sutton. And she said, her friend said, oh, my friend knows Sutton. My friend Amanda knows Sutton. And she said, well, tell Amanda to call me. I'll spill all the real dirt on Sutton. Okay. Now, do I believe it? I'm torn. I'm torn like LaToya Luckett. Okay. On one hand, I don't think that Avi would do anything like that. Right? I don't think that he would do anything like that. But he was over there on their red adjacent carpet at that Lifetime Sidewalk premiere. You remember the Lifetime Sidewalk premiere that happened in like November or early December? And it was given kind of messy and kind of shady who he went over there and he showed up with. You get what I'm saying? That was real messy. Who remember the Lifetime Sidewalk premiere? Yes, he showed up on the sidewalk. Okay. Now you know that Sutton had revealed last year that Avi was on Ozempic. Okay. She revealed last year that he was on Ozempic.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Yes, he was on Ozempic. She told us last year that he was on Ozempic. And we know, I watched a whole bunch of specials on the Ozempic and stuff, and the Mounjaro and the Wegovys and stuff like that or whatever. And we know that when people lose that weight, you know what I'm saying? Their attitude change and their sense of self goes up. You get what I'm saying? They start being mean. You know what I'm saying? Some of the people get to losing, get the divorce on their spouses and stuff. They feel like that they settled when they was big and they feel like they probably could go back out there in the dating pool and do better and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Their sense of self change and they get more conceited. You get what I'm saying? Y'all remember when, what is the girl name? That was over there lying to herself because her confidence went to the roof and she got too far. She went, what was the girl name that married the punk on The View? Tell me the name. Get the big head, Sharjay. Sharjay, what's the woman name that married the punk? He was over there on the show. No, she got proposed to in Houston at the All-Star game. And he was on the show with Funky Dineva and Claudia Jordan. The punk that star. Thank you, Q. Thank you, Sharjay. Yes. Remember, she had lost the weight. And her head got so big, she thought that she was gonna go pull what was the man named Al Reynolds? Remember she went over there with Al Reynolds? And y'all remember who was it? Barbara Watson? Remember the one, who was it that told her it wasn't until you became a skinny bitch until I didn't like you. You remember somebody told her that over there? Was it Barbara Walters that told her that? Somebody told her over there on The View, it wasn't until you became a skinny bitch I didn't like you. I say, oh, ooh. It wasn't Ozempic back then. It probably was Metabolite. What was it? No, she had a lap band. What did she have? She had some, it was Barbara. Oh, yes. Barbara told her, no, it was Joy. Somebody told her it wasn't until you became a skinny bitch that I didn't like you. Erica Jane and Kyle looked insane on that Ozempic. Is Kyle on it? I don't see it for Kyle. Rosie O'Donnell told her that? Who told her? Somebody told her that. She had lipo. Ooh. Kyle goes to the gym, baby. Gastric bypass? I don't know what it was, but when she lost that weight, she had a big sense of self. I only say Rosie. It was Rosie. Baby. Somebody told her that, baby. It wasn't until you became a skinny bitch. I say, oh my God. It was Rosie? That chap keep telling you Star Jones. I know, thank you. It was Star. But you know, your sense of self changed. And Star probably got over there, thought that she was skinny. She probably went over there and thought that she was skinny or whatever. She thought that she leveled up. She had her, that was a real life Risa Tisa story. You know, she was the first Risa Tisa because she thought that she was over there with a real man. And not only did she, because he was light skinned. Okay? But anyway, I think that, Ivy probably started feeling himself when he was over there with Sutton, and he started losing weight, and he probably started feeling himself. Okay? Now, Sutton is late to the dinner, and everybody is complaining. Star lost it before the Ozempic trend, too. Gigi, you right. You're correct. It was before the Ozempic trend. It was before the Ozempic trend, baby, but it wasn't before the gastric bypass trend. It wasn't before the lap band trend. It wasn't before the Metabolite trend. It wasn't then. It wasn't then. Damn, she lost the whole person. That's crazy. Yes. No, you guys, Kyle Richards and Erica both admitted to being on Ozempic, but Kyle stopped because of the critics. Kyle was on Ozempic. Rosie O'Donnell wife divorced her due to bad hygiene. Oh, you lying to me, Sharjay? You lying to me? My God. Okay. So Sutton is late. Everybody is wondering, where is Sutton? Where is Sutton at? Especially Amanda. Okay. And so did you hear Kathy? Kathy told Amanda, girl, don't worry about anybody but yourself. Don't worry about anybody but yourself. So when Sutton ended up coming down there, she said, who cares if I'm late? Who cares if I'm late?
Oh, see, there you go.
Baby, Sutton ain't nothing but a big ass hypocrite. This is why I feel like Sutton is a hypocrite. Y'all remember last year when the girls last year with the Dorit house for the 4th of July? And Dorit was late to come downstairs and Sutton had a bitch fit? Put a 2 in the chat if you remember. Sutton came to the Dorit house last year for the 4th of July. I believe it was the 4th of July. She had people making hot dogs and stuff back in the backyard and stuff. Sutton let herself in. She sat down in the front foyer for over 45 minutes. And she had a bitch fit because she felt like Dorit was late. Yes. You get what I'm saying? And so my thing is everything seems to be okay for Sutton to do. You get what I'm saying? But when anybody else does it, she turns into a Karen and she try to call out bad etiquette. You get what I'm saying? It's always rules for thee and not for me. Always rules for thee and not for me. Okay? So the girl started cooking. Sutton was in charge of the chicken. Baby, she started tenderizing that chicken with a mallet, baby. And when I tell you she had the chicken, she was hitting the chicken with the bare mallet. It wasn't, you're supposed to put the chicken in a Ziploc bag. And then you're supposed to hit it with a mallet. You get what I'm saying? My whole thing is y'all that you didn't just buy that mallet. That ain't no brand new ass mallet, bitch. And even the way that she was whacking the meat, it let me know that she didn't know what she was doing with the meat. And then when they put the meat on the grill, it wasn't even no seasoning on the motherfucker. It wasn't even no seasoning on the chicken. Do the people in Beverly Hills think that putting seasoning on the chicken is going to give you extra calories? Baby, do they think that it's going to give you some extra calories? Baby, if you think that the seasoning is going to give you some extra calories, baby, you're doing something wrong with your diet. Baby. You can put as much seasoning on the motherfucker as you want to. You're doing something wrong with your diet. Okay? And so Sutton put the meat on the grill, and the women start sitting outside, okay? And so Amanda asked Sutton, hey Sutton, you had an assistant named Avi, Ari, Adi. Girl, quit playing with me. Bitch, you know his name. You know what I'm saying? Like, my whole thing is, okay, the first time I could have think that you like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? But now, girl, you know his name. Avi, Ari, Adi. Like, you don't know what you're saying. You know his name. She's just trying to mispronounce it so she can seem like she doesn't care or she's not really invested in it. Girl, you know the name. You know the name. But my whole thing is, if you really wasn't invested in it, girl, you wouldn't be talking about it at all. That right there is a clear indication that you're not invested in it. Don't be trying to act like, oh, Avi, Ari, you get what I'm saying? Girl, I can't stand it. So she started to tell Sutton, you know, my friend was out and she was talking to this guy and he started talking about you. And my friend said, oh, my friend Amanda knows Sutton. And he said, tell Amanda to call me. I'll spill all the real dirt on Sutton. But I never called. That's what she said. I didn't call. Okay. And so then he said he told his friend to tell Amanda to hire me. It'll piss Sutton off.
Wait a minute now.
So let me get this straight. So Amanda moved into Kyle's house after Sutton, because remember, Sutton was the last person to live into Kyle's house. After Sutton moved out of the house was trying to go up for sale. Nobody lived there. I watched the Buying Beverly Hills, and after Sutton moved out, nobody lived there, and they tried to put the house on the market for the house to get sold. So there was furniture in the house, but they was having the furniture staged. Mauricio and paid to have the house staged so somebody could buy the house. Now all of a sudden, her friend meets Ivy, and now Ivy wants to be her assistant. I don't know if I'm buying that. I don't like it. And so Sutton said, well, hire him. And she was like, well, I have a full team. And she said, baby, it wouldn't bother me at all if you hired him. And so Amanda is poking like she wants Sutton to care. She wants her to care. And she's trying to act like she doesn't, and is saying, well, you know, I'm only telling you because it's the right thing to do. And another thing with Amanda that I'm noticing, Amanda like to finish people's sentences. She thinks she'll know it all. She'll smart ass. You know what I'm saying? Like if you stumbling over your words or whatever, if you're trying to figure out something to say, she'll try to finish your sentences. And the thing is, she'll finish her sentence, but you got to watch the person that'll finish your sentence, because they could make some shit, they could put some shit on the sentence and have you saying something that you really don't mean to say. But she liked to finish people's sentences, right? My thing is with Amanda is, girl, if you really was worried about the right thing to do, if you really was trying to do the right thing to do, the right thing to do was to talk to her one-on-one without the group. Even if you was going to do it on camera, you still could have talked to her one-on-one without the group. And you didn't have to get no advice from Kyle if you was just so hell-bent on it being the right thing to do. You don't think that it was the right thing to do because you had to go get advice from Kyle. You don't think it was the right thing to do because you had to go get some advice on Kyle. And Kyle, you is dirty. I believe that I believe that when them cameras went down, I believe that Kyle, we're going to talk about it. Okay? So Sutton says, you know, I'm uncomfortable talking about it. At the end of the day, it was a professional relationship. And my thing is this: if the women really cared about Ivy, they wouldn't be fishing to what happened or trying to use it as a storyline, because it could potentially not get him any more work. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is this man's livelihood. You get what I'm saying? And it just goes to show, like, people like Amanda, like Kyle, like Dr. Wendy and what she was doing over there with the realtor, they don't really care about other people's livelihoods or the repercussion that they may face. They don't care about it. You get what I'm saying? They just feel like, oh, I'm a star. You get what I'm saying? And this is going to make my castmate look bad. And so they don't really care. How is this going to help me? They don't really care about how Ivy going to pay his rent. You know what I'm saying? Or how he's going to live. or if he got to go work at a call center. You get what I'm saying? And I don't believe that Ivy said none of this. I mean, I don't know. I doubt it though, because he doesn't seem like a person who would. It's not that I don't think that he's above not talking about Sutton. It's just that I see him wanting to be somebody else's personal assistant. And my thing is, everybody and their mama know that Ivy was Sutton's assistant. So, baby, you thinking that you about to get another job in LA after doing this is crazy. Right. Married in the island. It could ruin his reputation or get him in legal trouble. These people play with the regular folks' lives. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. All these housewife shows are resorting to gangs. That's right. But Sutton is the number one mean girl. I believe that she always been number one. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. She is. We're going to talk about it. I'll send that whole pack in Oklahoma. Me too. Me too. Okay? And so Sutton was like, look, I'm worried about, why don't we worry about going to go eat at the table and go eat? And so they go to the table to go eat. And when they was getting up to leave, as everyone was walking off, did y'all hear Amanda? Amanda said, now I got to tell my friend to give me more context. What you mean give you more context? You didn't have the context before you bought it to Sutton? You didn't have the context of what was going on before you bought it to Sutton? See, you were so ready to do good TV that you didn't even get the context. And now the way that she said it was almost like that she was going to bring it back to Sutton again.
Got it. Okay.
I don't share nothing.
Got it. So you gonna try to bring it back to her again. And it was nice to see Dorit when they was getting up. It was nice to see Dorit have Sutton's back, because she told her when they got up, she looked at her and she kind of whispered, but the camera caught it, and they had the closed captions on the TV. She looked at Sutton and she told Sutton, if I was you, I'd nip that in the bud. Sutton was like, I know. Did y'all see it? Dorit looked at Sutton as they got up and she said, if I was you, I'd nip that in the bud real quick. I said, girl, that was funny to me. But I just thought that was nice to see, being or considering what their relationship was like last year. Coming at each other last year, Dorit had her back. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, Nicole KM7606. She said, boy, thank you so much for your content. I don't think you realize your impact. I was going through deep depression after a divorce. Your content cracks me up. Holy Ghost fire. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad that I could get you through the depression. And I'm sorry that you had to go through that too. Thank you so much. I appreciate the super chat. Okay. So the women finally sit down. Let me see how many likes I got. Are y'all liking the video? Let me check and see before I leave. Because I ain't too proud to beg like TLC say. Okay, we good on the likes. Thank you so much. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for hitting the like button. I really appreciate it. Okay. So the women finally sit down to eat, and they eat after midnight. Now they were supposed to start getting ready to go eat at 7 something, baby. It's after midnight. And they over here eating. I'm surprised at Kathy. Okay. I just wish that we was able to see the food. You get what I'm saying? Like, for me personally, when we go to the restaurant and eat, I don't really want to see the food. But like on Married to Medicine, when they did the mac and cheese off, we want to see the mac and cheese so we can judge the mac and cheese. We can't taste the motherfucker, but we can still look at the mac and cheese and see who got the best, at least the best looking mac and cheese, which mac and cheese we want to dip our motherfucking fork in. You get what I'm saying? Make sure it was cheese all through the bitch. But I wish we could have seen what the food looked like. It looked like I saw some rice-a-roni, a pot of rice-a-roni. The pasta that Kathy Hilton made, they didn't have no motherfucking meat in the motherfucker. It didn't have no meat. I mean, I know it didn't have no meat in it because Sutton was making the chicken. And if it did have chicken in it, baby, the chicken wasn't seasoned. You know what I'm saying? And so, no, baby, I wouldn't have had it, okay? But before they sat down and ate, Sutton shared with Dorit that she had a talk with her mama, and she told her mama, her mama is a therapist. And so she told her mama that she wanted her to treat her as a patient, okay? And she said that her mama told her that she was taking her anger issues out on everybody else because of her failed marriage. And she was taking it out on other people, okay? And so my thing is, see, Sutton, again, you a hypocrite. Because all that shit about Dorit being angry at her life and stuff last year, girl, that really was about you. You was the the one that was angry at your life. And it all makes sense. It all makes sense. And she's being real vulnerable because it all tracks because Sutton was really upset because after all this time, she had thought in the back of her mind that her and Christian was going to get back together. She thought that her and Christian was going to get back together because, Christian actually moved on the street that Sutton lived on. She lived on the main road. He lived a little bit down the main road because remember, she said that Christian come over and take out her trash. But I think Christian just wanted to be a good father. Was her mama a therapist before the daddy? Was the daddy a therapist? I don't think the daddy was a therapist. Yeah, Sutton was delusional for thinking baby, that man didn't want to even be on the TV. What made you think that man wanted to be with you, Sutton? Which is why she ain't really dating these men like that. I always thought that Sutton. You thought so? Why would y'all think that? I feel like they probably could have got back together, but when she got on this show, baby, that was done with. So insecure and mad at the other women, especially Dorit. Right. How dare this it girl be in our group? She talked about Christian all the time. She talked about Christian in relation to her kids. But remember, Married in the Islands, it makes sense, though, because remember when she had that party, that weed party, when Kyle had the weed party, and she was saying that she was stressed out because Christian was moving to the UK and taking her son with him. And she was like, well, you don't have to go. And she was like, well, my man is powerful. Girl, your man ain't powerful. You just want to go over there to be with your man because you thought the child was going to end up together at the end of the day. Okay? Now, it's the next morning, and Amanda is downstairs with Erica. Erica was already down there, and Amanda come down there. And she tells Erica that Sutton snapped on her earlier that day about her complaining about being late. And Sutton had told her, as far as she's concerned, she doesn't care. We're in Sedona, and it's a moment. My thing is, everybody was complaining, though. You get what I'm saying? How come Sutton didn't say this to the other girls? Everybody was complaining about Sutton being late. And my thing with Sutton, baby, you was always late to the dinner. And again, it's this do as I say, not as I do mentality. You get what I'm saying? Or until she's ready to call you out on it and she turns into a Karen. I think that Sutton feels like that Amanda shouldn't say anything to her because she's younger than her and she's a newbie. Which is funny considering how she felt as the new girl in the group and how she doesn't feel included in the group. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And my whole thing is, girl, it doesn't even matter. For me, it doesn't matter because listen, it doesn't matter if I like you or not. If right and right is wrong is wrong. You get what I'm saying? Bitch, you was hours late, Sutton, and it was not a moment. It was not a moment. And just so we clear, last week episode, Dorit would have been flying economy on motherfucking American Airlines or something like that, baby, because there is no way I would have waited 90 minutes for Dorit for a 45-minute trip to Sedona. There is no way I would have been waiting for Dorit for 90 minutes and all this. That means that they could have went to Sedona and back. And what did she say? My mom, my babysitter, the kid. Bitch, please. Ain't no way. Okay? So Rachel, Sutton doesn't need the money from this show. She will go as soon as the fans turn on her and it's not fun for her anymore. She bought her way into the group. I'm sick of Dorit. Why you mad at Dorit, B. Smith? A bad bitch didn't even do nothing this season. Oh, because she was late. Okay. She's getting Tilly big mad. Tilly is filming. Okay. So Rachel said, now check this out, baby. Rachel said that her friend is a life coach, and her friend asked her to manifest her next man and write a list of everything that she wanted. And she said her list had about 30 things on it. Okay. And so Amanda said that she made a list when she was 13 years old. She said she made a list when she was 13 years old, and she manifested Eddie.
You did what?
You did what? Amanda has to be the worst fucking manifester in history. First, she manifested a man with a ready-made family. Then she manifested a man who makes what she makes in a month, in a year. My thing is, bitch, what was you writing on the paper? What was you writing on the motherfucking paper? I don't think if you really manifested this, baby, I think that you manifested the wrong man. I think that you manifested the wrong man. You supposed to keep on walking. When he stopped you, you supposed to keep on walking, baby, because I don't think that this is what you wanted, baby. And then she running around calling herself, what does she call herself? The manifest queen.
Shut up. That is so stupid.
Girl, you sound stupid. I'm not seeing a single goddamn reason why you are over here with Eddie. He already had kids when you met him. He don't make no money. He ain't fine. Why are we with Eddie? I don't think that's who you're supposed to end up with, baby. I don't think that was who you're supposed to end up with. If you really met, you ain't no manifest queen. And the thing is, y'all, I was debating about buying her book. I was really thinking about buying her book to see what she was talking about, baby. This girl could lead me to the corner. I don't want to hear shit she got. That girl could lead me to the corner. Not the corner. No, ma'am. Okay? So the women are going shopping again. The women are going shopping, not really again. Most of the group went hiking the day before. Now, this time, Amanda, Rachel, and Erica are in the same car. And Amanda is taking business calls as if she's motherfucking Jessica Alba. Like she owned the fucking Honest Company or something like that. Or she owned Fenty or something. Like, Amanda, girl, you are not so busy that you can't sit in the car and not take calls for 30 minutes. You are not that busy. I think that she's on this show and she wants to appear as a businesswoman, and it just shows that how insecure she is about the way that she is perceived. It's giving fraud. It's giving fraud. Then the bitch got the phone on speakerphone, and that is a pet peeve of mine. You get what I'm saying? Like, I do not like when people walk around with their phone on speakerphone. Like, put your headphones in. It's bad enough that we have to hear you. It's bad enough that we have to hear you, but now you're forcing us to hear the other person too. Look at the CEO. Facts, right? The manifestation that went wrong, right? I do believe women should know what they want in a man they're dating instead of just winging it. Right. She is a fraud. Erica wants to throw her phone out the window. It was killing Erica. Erica, you should have told that hoe, Erica. Griselda, what happened to you, Griselda? Do her like you used to do Teddy. But Erica was irritated. I would have told that bitch, girl, where your headphones at? I hate that too, guys. It's so rude and ill-mannered. Right. Pet peeve, I hated to hear me. White America discovered she's a fraud. Erica wants to. Yeah, I would have been like, girl, you ain't got no headphones. And Rachel is just so zen when she was just over there doing her makeup. She wasn't affected by it at all. Okay. So the girls are shopping. And we got price tags. We got price tags, baby. Listen, y'all don't understand how excited I am to see price tags back on the TV. I'm so happy. I'm so glad that people left so we can have price tags again. I remember, shout out to Richie B. I remember we was begging for Bravo to make Beverly Hills rich again last season. Me and Richie B was going on a campaign on Twitter, make Beverly Hills rich again, make Beverly Hills rich again. And a certain person heard our plea and they took it upon themselves and they bowed out. And now all of a sudden we got price tags. So now when the girls go shopping, we can see what they're actually spending. Okay? But I do think that the turquoise that Kyle had on, the turquoise that Kyle had on with the hat was nice and it was fab. But they was really spending money. Okay? Amanda. No, they go eat. They go have dinner. Now the girls go have dinner at the airport. We was Richie. We were saying make Beverly Hills rich again. The girls can have fun no more. You can't even say nothing on the show no more. I knew that you was cheering when you saw the tags. I was cheering when I saw the tags, baby. I was up here. I had tears in my eyes. Then I was in here like, because now it ain't, now you can show the price tags without making it racist. You get what I'm saying? Or somebody saying, "Oh, y'all being racist," because you get what I'm saying? You know how people try to flip it, like they did on Traders this last episode, child. On episode 5, they try to flip shit to make it seem like they being attacked, child. People try to flip shit, okay? But the girls are having dinner at the airport, okay? Now Erica says, "Is this Sutton Brown? Is this Sutton Brown? If this is Sutton Brown, baby, let's go back to Sutton Shrek, baby. She was more glamorous."
No,
Yeah, baby, we don't like Sutton. Baby, we don't like Sutton Brown, baby. Richie B, you went as far as to make Beverly Hills white again. Did Richie say that? I don't believe she said that now, Ollie. Tags, I love it, right? We didn't see price tags for that beach house, baby. We didn't see the price tags for the beach house. Everything in it was from Amazon. Okay? Everything in it was from Amazon. Thank you for the super chat, cutie content guy. He said Dorito had tears in her eyes, making sure the car went through. Baby, bad bitch can't even swipe her card, y'all. People, it ain't nothing for a nigga to tell a lie. It ain't nothing for a nigga to tell a lie. Thank you for the super chat, Q. Dorito just kept swiping. I bet Ivy had some stories to tell. I bet she did. Yes, she did. She ruined the show. Sutton is not nice. Sutton Brown is like the dilapidated beach house. Okay, so Sutton says at the airport, they're at the airport having dinner because it has a beautiful view. Do y'all think that Sutton is, now that I'm thinking about it since Erica said that, ever since I heard Erica say that, I'm thinking to myself, do y'all think that Sutton really is still getting her alimony? Do we think she's still getting her alimony? Because I didn't think about it. That she had to fire Ivy. Ivy not there no more. They didn't have no cook. They having dinner at the airport. Like, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Alimony is temporary. I know, but some people get it until they marry again. Of all places, the airport, hell no. Okay. So Amanda starts us off again. Okay, Amanda tells Sutton she feels like that she was mad at her this morning because of the whole "Hey Missy," you get what I'm saying? And she was wondering if the night before carried over to that morning. Sean Hundley, she said, "I keep trying to bite my tongue, but I can't. Good boy, please stop acting like there were no broke Beverly Hills housewives, i.e. Kim Richards, your fave, had not money, and Brandy Glanville had even less. They did, but they never raised their paddles and didn't pay. They never raised their paddles and didn't pay. And even though Kim didn't have no money, even though Kim didn't have no money, Mauricio treated her like she was the second goddamn wife. So yes. We didn't know that they was having money problems, baby. I love it though. I love it. Okay. And Joyce, the beauty queen. The beauty queen. Okay. So Sutton, the girl told Sutton, you came at me this morning, you came at me and you was like, hey Missy, I was wondering if you was mad from the night before, and it carried over into this morning. And so Sutton was like, girl, you'll know when I'm mad. No, we won't, baby. You punk puss. You punk puss. You don't have enough. You have puss sometimes, but you don't have puss. And the truth is, hey Missy is very passive aggressive. But my thing with Amanda is, girl, you should have checked it then when she said it. Because not only did she say, hey Missy, you tried to stop her when she was talking, and she put her hand up like Big Ange. She put her hand up like Big Ange, like, wait a minute, and you got quiet. And you shut it down. You should have checked it right then. Okay? And so Sutton shares that the night before, Amanda questioned, because Kathy was like, girl, what's going on? And so Sutton shares that the night before, Amanda questioned Sutton being on time. And Amanda says a lot of people weren't on time. And Sutton said, but you were specifically talking about me. And so Amanda says, girl, you was making the main dish. And my whole thing with you, Sutton, is not only was you making the main dish, bitch, you was the host. Bitch, you was the host, and you was the last person there. It's unacceptable. You was the last person there, baby. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Let's play Big Bank Take Little Bank, the quitter versus GABOR. Listen, baby, I didn't raise my paddle for $5,000. Thank you. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Jean. I didn't raise my paddle for $5,000 either. And Sutton has been a Karen since she walked in on Crystal. Now that's your on point with Sean Hundley. Yes, she has been. Yes, she has been. Okay. But yeah, Sutton, you was the host. So you trying to be making that get so, and then listen to what she did. Listen to what she did. She said, it seems like it's just me. Maybe it's just me, but it seems trite and juvenile that they're talking about people being late. Again, she's taking another shot at the girl's age, and she's being passive aggressive. Now she's trying to say that it's juvenile and trite. But again, bitch, last year you had a whole bitch fit when Dorit was late coming downstairs. Dorit was in the house, she was upstairs, and the gag was Dorit had help. Girl, you was let inside. You could have went and had a hot dog. You could have went and had a drink. You get what I'm saying? You could have went and participated in the activities. You could have went and did anything over there at Dorit house. You didn't have to wait for her to come downstairs. You didn't. But my whole thing is so funny that Sutton gets to talk about what other people are doing when they late, but when she late, it's supposed to not be a big deal. But all of a sudden, since Amanda was born in 1984, it's juvenile and trite. Girl, please. It's giving me that it's a lot more going over there with Sutton than we realize. Okay? And so Amanda is trying to tie in what happened the night before when Sutton had already shut it down. But remember, she said that she had to go get more context. So we knew that she was going to bring it up again. And so Sutton shut it down again. You know what I'm saying? Sutton say, I don't know the facts. I'm not interested in the facts. And Rachel said something, and Sutton got very irritated and said, I'm not talking about it. Y'all can talk about it amongst yourselves, but please don't include me in the conversation about him. Is that clear? I say, is that clear? Who the fuck do Sutton think she's talking to? Is that clear? And Rachel said, Crystal. She said it under her breath like Crystal. Who the fuck do you think you are, Sutton? And my whole thing with Sutton, girl, you be getting so mad, it sounds like you're giving them the green light. You're giving them the green light to contact him. Just not talk to you about it. Because if I had been at the table, and if I'm Amanda, girl, I'm calling the boy, and I'm spreading it amongst the group what he said. Well, he said this, yada yada yada, and then Jennifer Tilly would have told you, well, you know, the GABOR came and said that, you know, I said yada yada yada, yada yada yada. You get what I'm saying? And I would have been like, well, you said that we can talk about it, just not amongst you. What's the problem? That's what you said. That's what you said. That's what you said. I would have went over there and said that. I would have told you that. Okay? And so Erica says, when you say that, it makes it bigger than what it is. And so, you know, she wasn't going to pop off on Erica. So she said, we had a falling out. It's painful. He was in my life for a long time. I don't know what you guys want. I don't know what you want. And so they leave Sutton alone. And so Kyle asks Sutton, is she okay? And so Sutton said, do I look okay? And Kyle says no. And so Kyle, you know, Sutton kind of looks like, okay, well, yeah, I'm not, but she didn't really say nothing. You sprung puss when it comes to Kyle. She's not going to say nothing. And so Jennifer Tilly got ready to say something, and Sutton just snapped and said, look, and she snapped. And so Jennifer says, I wasn't even going to talk about that. I wasn't even going to talk about that, but I guess anything I say in this moment is not good enough. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, with Sutton talks to Jennifer Tilly like that because she's a friend of the show, and she's an extension through her, right? She didn't shut down the conversation with Erica Jane. She didn't shut down the conversation with Kyle. You get what I'm saying? She kind of hinted toward, well, I'm not okay. You know what I'm saying? But when Tilly did it, she snapped. And I do understand that if I'm frustrated and my friend is jumping in and try to add something to it, even though Tilly said that she was going to say something else, like try to get the attention off of me, but you don't know what she was about to say. So Kyle goes to the restroom, and Jennifer Tilly said, you know, I'm about to go with you to the restroom. And so, baby, Amanda is digging. Amanda is digging because I feel like Amanda found out, let me go for the weekly. Amanda is digging, baby. She looked at Sutton, she asked Sutton, did you cry often?
Very
Baby Sutton was at that table crying. Baby, that girl said, "Do you cry often?" Baby. And all of a sudden said was Amanda. See, she didn't snap at Amanda neither because she don't know how Oklahoma that girl could get on her. You know what I'm saying? Because Amanda give me white trash. Amanda give me white trash. You know, she used to go walk around Walmart. She used to go walk at Walmart. Oh, you live rich? Oh yeah, baby. We gotta get the girls their things when they do something. Baby, that girl looked at him and baby said, "Baby, do you cry often?" I say, "Baby, she trying you, Sutton." But Sutton still didn't pop off on her like she did on Jennifer Tilly. She still did not snap or pop off on her like she did Jennifer Tilly. She did not. Okay? And so Tilly is talking to Cash. I mean, Tilly is talking to Kyle. And Tilly says, "You know, I don't like being snapped at. I don't like being snapped at." Gigi say, "I couldn't even hear what Amanda said. Speak up." You didn't hear what she said? I heard it loud and clear. Okay? But Jennifer was talking to Kyle, and so she said, "I don't like getting snapped at." And everybody gives her a pass because she's fragile. Fragile. But I don't like it. It's always about her. And people have a lot of things going on. It's not always about her. Okay? And so Tilly does not like that Sutton is talking to her like that. And my thing with Tilly is you don't let nobody do you like that, especially Sutton. Especially Sutton. You are an Academy Award nominated actress. You are D. Jennifer Tilly. We got all kind of girls that come on these shows and say that they legends and they icons. You are D. Jennifer Tilly. You are a real A-list actress. You have been to the Academy Award ceremony. You have real talent. You are a real success. You do not let a Sutton Brown talk to you like that. The next time, it doesn't matter if you're a friend or not, or you an extension through her. The next time she try to come for you and talk to you like that,
take her down.
Take her down. Take her down. You don't let nobody talk to you like that. I wouldn't give a damn how fragile she is. Okay? And so Dorit says, you know, Dorit and all of the other women, they all rally around Sutton and let her know that they got her back and that they aren't coming for her. And so Sutton says, you know, she appreciates it, and now she feels like she's a part of the group. But as they was like toasting and stuff, it didn't seem like Jennifer Tilly came back to the table. It didn't seem like Jennifer Tilly came back to the table. So I don't know. It's true Sutton was like that with the quitter. The quitter supported Sutton to the point, baby, you not paying me enough. This is exhausting, right? It's the spirit of Reba. The Tilly sisters were top tier during their time. Who is the Sutton Brown? And who is the other girl that y'all said on the show was a legend or icon? Who was she? Legend. Okay? But y'all, that was the episode. And I want to say something, and I don't know if y'all noticed it or not. It was, y'all always say that I say somebody's name on the show. I have not said their name this whole episode. I have not said their name this whole live. Not one time. Didn't say it. Okay? So they're not on my brain. They're not on my mind. They're not on my mind. Okay? So give it up. Give me my 10s. I did not say her name. Okay. Oliver obviously didn't inherit that quitter gene. Ooh. You talked about the quitter. Did I? I didn't say their name. Why about any other names just as sweet? Not Kathy. So who stopped the quitter? Right, the quitter. Is Kim sober? We need her back. What am I doing, True Blue 88? Stop what? What do I stop? Who? Thank God that it girl of the 90s reject is gone, baby. Right, baby. You mentioned the paddle. I see, Sharjay, I did mention the paddle, but I didn't say their name. See, I could just do stuff. And you know who I'm talking about because you know his wife. Stop, behave. I am behave. The brokey, right? The broke can move along. The broke can quit. The price tags are back, baby. You said the Lifetime Hallmark make a name for you, GABOR. I didn't. GABOR, you can't be serious. The Quitter, right? The Quitter, I never said their name. I said the concrete. Remember they had the concrete red carpet, red adjacent carpet. You know what I'm saying? The Lifetime, no, I didn't say their name. The Birkin list, right. Right. GABOR, you clock the Reese money getting low, but you see Sutton's gray roots. The wallet may be funny. GABOR, you clock the Reese money getting low, but did you see Sutton's gray roots? See, I think that something is going on. The Lifetime Sidewalk premiere, oh yes. How do we know? Know what? Mm-hmm. I don't know who that is. The girl with the bad wigs. Baby. Losing Isaiah mama. That Quitter owns Lifetime. Child. She owns Lifetime. Baby, y'all, baby, it ain't nothing for a nigga to tell a lie. Lifetime Sidewalk is killing me, right? The girl that can't dress. The hour and a half away woman. You are better now. What did I do? Maybe Sutton spending a lot to keep her business going to save face. It's probably a money pit. Sutton got some work done on her face. It looks too good. Sutton face? That wrinkled up ass face? The Amy J girl? Y'all be trolling. I don't want to come for the girl, baby. The girl, when they put that camera deep in her face and we saw all the crow's feet and lines on their goddamn face. No, baby. No. The line list. Lifetime rotates the 90s girls, baby. I mean, you better hype up. You better hype them up. How they say, I hype me up. So do you believe Amanda? I don't know if I believe Amanda. I don't know if I believe Amanda. I don't know if I believe Ivy get down like that. LA is small. I don't believe that Ivy got down like that. Luke the side chick. Luther's beard, baby. Oh, happy birthday, Erica, the author. She's taking Barbara will be 49 years old tomorrow. Can I get a happy birthday? Shout out. Happy birthday. What's tomorrow? The 18th? Yesterday, wait a minute. What's today? The 17th? The 15th was my sister's birthday, and yesterday was our Leo birthday. Make Amanda one and done. Sutton looks refreshed. No, I didn't see refreshed. The Saved by the Bell actress, all Lifetime stars. The girls that had no lines and Coming to America, right? Thank you for the super chat, Whitney 332. How do we know? Didn't pay. Kyle's word, baby, the receipts. She admitted to it, Whitney. What are we talking about? She admitted to it. She admitted to it. And then tried to play the race card. Then tried to play the race card, baby. And now we got white punks over there on Trader trying to play the gay card. Baby, against other white men. I said, baby, if this ain't her 2.0 over here trying to play this card over here on Trader's Child, I can't take it. Shit, I can't call it. Yes, she did admit she didn't pay. Yes, she did admit they didn't pay. I'm going to leave it at the playground. So y'all won't always be like, oh, you always say her name. You always say her name. Child Colton, the cast is... Baby, did it when I tell you I was so upset. But y'all let the white gays get away with murder, baby. Who is dressing Sutton? The fashions are secondhand embarrassing. Ooh. That's why she never fit in Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Okay. But y'all, that's all I got right now for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I will be coming on tomorrow. I want to do a Traders Live, but it'll probably be earlier. It'll probably be earlier in the day because I gotta go. I don't know if it'll be live or be a pre-record. I really want to do a pre-record. I mean, I really wanted to go live with it. I am loving Traders. It's just a lot to do, like 2 episodes in one. You get what I'm saying? It'd be a lot. Because, for instance, like if I could do a detailed review, I would have been able to tell y'all that last week, I don't know what episode it was, but I heard Tiffany talking, and they didn't show her when she was talking. It was a couple of times I thought that was Candace. You get what I'm saying? And again, if we had not had 3 episodes in one, I would have been able to review it and tell y'all it's 3. I heard Tiffany talking a couple of times, and I thought that it was Candace. And now if I say it, nobody's going to believe me because I didn't say it in the review. You get what I'm saying? But they just throwing too much at us at one time. But my thing is, so yes, he, I could believe that the boy thought that it was Candace. I mean, that he thought that it was Tiffany because they do sound like a little bit. He could have just said that he heard a black woman, but maybe they would have been screaming racist. He should have just said that he heard a black woman. Thank you for the super chat, Whitney 322. She said, "Oh my bad, it's okay, it's okay." True and Blue, thank you for the super chat. She said, "Gabor, don't Amanda remind you of Stephanie Upcity from the Real Housewives of Miami?" Oh no, she don't give me Stephanie. Uppity, no, she don't give me Stephanie. She don't give me Stephanie, baby. She ain't take us on no private jet. Now that'll give me Stephanie. Thank you for the super chat, Top Chef. He said, "Happy birthday to the real queen of R&B, Aaliyah." Who said that? Who had been saying that? Who had been saying that? All right, but I just can't pay for another subscription. I want to watch along. I think that they air, if I'm not mistaken, my VCR told me that Traders was coming on Bravo the other day. I think so. But Traders is good, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's good. I know it's good because it got me in my feelings, and they trying to get all the niggas out the house. They is. I'm sorry. All right. But y'all, thank y'all so much for being here, y'all. Oh yes, he must go. Oh yes, he must go. He must go. He gotta go. Yeah, they came on Bravo during the week. Okay, I knew I wasn't tripping. So V Spencer, you could watch it during the week. My reviews be late anyway. I don't mean that to be. The thing is, I don't mind. I watched the show again, y'all. I watched the show later than everybody else. By the time y'all watch the show, I'll be asleep. You get what I'm saying? And because I have to get up early. And so I watched the show later, and it takes me a while and I don't write my notes. When I have to write notes, I don't write my notes. When I watch the episode and then I try to do like a summary of it and then I watch it again. Maybe I need to start write my notes when I do it. But yeah, I just think that Traders is crazy. They making me like Candace, damn it. But you know what, Top Chef, what pissed me off about the whole thing with Colton real quick before I go is this. It's Colton, you have an issue with you being gay. You know what I'm saying? Colton has an issue with him being gay, and he needs to take that up with God or himself, because my thing is this. You can't keep on talking about that you used to be in NFL and I did this and I did that when it's beneficial, like you using it as a step, but then you kept the secret and you was out here dating women when you knew you weren't really interested in girls in the first place. You knew you was an undercover man the longest time. And then Johnny's sitting up here talking about, he wasn't forced in no closet. He was not forced in the closet. Once he turned 18, he could have did whatever he wanted to do. He could have did whatever he wanted to do. Everybody always trying to put their stuff on other people. They let the white gays get away with murder, baby, because Colton is damn near a Diddy. I won't give him Diddy, but he damn near Chris Brown. So it's just so funny how he tried to turn that into, oh, there we go. You was going to try to use anything that you could. He fell on, and all of the people in the girl, we playing the game. We playing a game. I don't like Michael Rappaport like that, but I don't think that Michael Rappaport was trying to insult the man the way that Colton tried to make it seem, and how everybody just jumped on the bandwagon. If y'all don't like Michael, that's fine. Y'all don't have to like him. But he was not trying to say anything toward that man. And the truth of the matter is, nigga, you did keep a secret. You did keep a secret. He didn't say anything about you being gay. Why you keep on bringing up the NFL? When you turn 18, you may not have the finances to move out and build on your own. Baby, this boy was a football player. This man made it to the NFL, so it's likely he was out there on his own, and he probably couldn't be, at Pride wearing rainbow flags, but he didn't have to be out here lying to women and making it seem like he was really into them. That was a choice that he made. Over that time about he was a virgin. Nigga, please. Probably was sucking all kind of cock in college. Colton was he was? Wow, he was a practice player like that. Oh my God. Michael was talking about the game, not Colton and his sexuality. No, he wasn't. Colton acts real aggressive with the right one. He didn't want to risk the NFL career. That was a choice. It was a choice. You seen what happened to Michael Sam? That's what they call him. Candace had me tearing up when Tiffany left, baby. It wasn't enough for me to tear up about it, though, baby. But I did feel bad, but it wasn't enough for me. I wasn't going to drop no tear. Well, I'm not going to cry. I wasn't going to cry. But Tiffany handled herself well. Can we have real talk? Okay. Let me say this. I don't know if I was on Traders or whatever, I don't know if I can forgive somebody lying in my face. I'm just being real. I don't know if I can forgive somebody lying in my face. Is Ron gay? No, Ron not gay. Ron was giving Dorinda a lot, wasn't he? I don't think that Dorinda deserved all that now, Ron. He was giving Dorinda a lot. I ain't like that. I don't like that. He didn't. I don't think that Dorinda deserved all that. Even Rob C. What was Rob C at? Y'all hit me up in my DM and let me know the podcast that y'all listen to, because Traders is the shit, and I want to listen. It has to get dirty, y'all. Why else would we look at the show? Ron not gay? No, Ron not gay. Ron was acting like Denny was trying to get his address. Ron, he was real snappy. Boy, you need to watch season 23 of Big Brother. All 6 black pills, including Tiffany, made it to the end. I went to a Big Brother party in LA with Busy one time. I think I told y'all that. The finale of the one. Watch Tiffany and her podcast, Heavy Crown. Okay. Rob C has a podcast. Rob C. Oh, the one who just left. Okay. I'm sorry. I feel sorry for Ron for some reason. Because Ron didn't really, I feel like we don't have to talk about it. I'm going to say this real quick. I do feel sorry for Ron because Ron is just playing the game. But Sharjay, if we're being honest, I feel like a lot of people, I think that you feel bad for Ron is because Ron is like a Stacey. And it's no shade. He is, in the black world, Ron is probably invisible, but he shows up in white spaces. Like he said, I go around people who accept me. And in black culture, he probably just somebody who is, he lame, he this, he that, probably always get talked about. You get what I'm saying? But in white spaces, he's accepted. And so people probably, he's like an outlier. I feel like that that's the crazy thing about the black community, because at the end of the day, he's still a black man, and he hasn't really done any. Yeah, he was wrong about Portia, but so was Colton, and it just goes to show what race does in America. Because again, and I'm not trying to be funny or always bring race into it, but Portia made a mistake, and and it's kind of hard for me to feel bad for Ron in a little bit, because Portia made a mistake. Only 3 people heard it, and she was vilified. Michael Rappaport made the same mistake. Michael Rappaport made the same mistake in front of the whole round table, and Portia still went home. Nobody at the table, the other people that was at the table, the other people that was at the table, the other people that was at the table didn't say for 1 minute, they didn't say, well, look, I didn't hear Portia say it, so let me vote for Michael. None of them. They still voted for Portia. That's just what it is to be Black in America. You don't ever get the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? That's just the truth. That's the reality. You get what I'm saying? Michael got the benefit of the doubt. You probably made a mistake, but this black girl over here, she didn't make a mistake. And then Colton should have been the quietest person in the room. How in the hell is Colton leading the charge now? And he was wrong last week. He was wrong last week and wrong again. But I thought that was some nasty work. Candace is playing a good game. They playing a good game, baby, because I did not expect Monet to go home. They really getting the niggas up out of there, though. I was not expecting Monet to go home. That was a shocker, but she should have been out. Lisa Rinna. Okay, we'll talk about it some more. I'm gonna take some notes. I'm gonna briefly touch the challenges because I feel like the challenge is the big thing. But I love the round table, and I will say this though: Michael Rappaport had his moment. He was waiting on that moment for life, baby. What Beyonce tell Taylor Swift? I want you to come back on stage and have your moment. He had his moment. And I knew that he was going, even when Colton said, at this point, I don't even care if you're a traitor or not. Girl, fuck you. I don't like him. Michael Rappaport. Take her down. Colton. Take her down. All traitors, cast members are racist, especially overseas. Michael A. Rich. Thank you, Top Shelf. See, real recognize real. Baby, Michael was waiting for that moment. I believe that Michael was in his room rehearsing that read, baby. Ron and Candace left. What you talking about, Queen White? Don't be lying to me. Ron and Candace married. So far, the traitors are being loyal to each other. See, if Monique would not have told. See, Monique, if Candace had not told Lisa what Monet said, Monet would still be in the house. You get what I'm saying? I saw Lisa voting Portia out. I think that Lisa was overplaying her hand. But Candace is playing a good game by keeping her eyes on. I think that Portia is playing a great game in the boardroom. At the round table because she's only voting for Ron, and so no eyes are on her. You get what I'm saying? Michael said, "Give me a peach, a dime, and a flute or something." Are the last black ones left? How many black people we got left? We got Lisa Rinna, we got Candace, and we got Ron. Lisa will be the first traitor to go. Yeah, I think that Candace is talking a lot because of her persona. Candace and Ron. Tiffany said no one suspected little sweet Candace. Tiffany said that? Oh, wow. I would have never thought that. I would have never thought that. Lisa what? Natalie. Who is Natalie? Let me know who Natalie is. LOL, Lisa Rinna. Why y'all Natalie count Lisa as black? Lisa what? Who count Lisa as black? Tiffany said it on her podcast. Tiffany said what? Oh, Natalie. Okay. The ending. Okay. She remind me of Ruthie a little bit. Y'all gotta let me know. Because I forget that the dude from One Tree Hill is there. I forget the nigga from Dancing with the Stars is there. All of them. Natalie is the girl from Survivor. I'm not gonna give up. Hey, I'm gonna work harder. Candace at an interview said something to the round table, but she wants to settle at the reunion. So I think Lisa will double cross Candace. Candace needs to shut up and just let me watch the show. Just shut up and let me watch the show, Candace. I'm gonna have to watch a girl's podcast. I would have clocked Candace as the trader due to the. My mama talking about she gonna sign me up for traders. I said, girl, I don't want to go in there and embarrass you and cuss some people out. Tell me she gonna sign me up for it. I'm a letter. Natalie is Indian-ish. I'm a Natalie fan from Survivor. She's a badass. Her and her twin. Oh, she got a twin. But no, I think that Candace was good with the. I think that Candace did good with the. Oh, baby, Candace, baby, when Tiffany was at the round table, she was eating the girls up. She was eating the girls up. It's so funny because this is the thing. They were right, but they was wrong. Right? They're getting hot, but they not. And Candace kind of looked guilty. Tiffany does sound a lot like Candace. So that laugh, Candace, why the fuck are you even out there laughing? You get what I'm saying? Why are you even sitting out there laughing? And Ron was right when he said they was light on their feet. They was, they waited a little, they waited small. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah. That conga line would have made me put Candace on the block. What kind of BS is that? I think Eric heard Candace. Eric. Yeah, he did hear Candace. He just thought it was Tiffany. He heard a black woman, is what he heard, is what he was trying to say. He was trying to see who he heard, but he believed Colton. See, that's why he didn't say it in the moment. I just want to wait and see. No, him and Colton tried to put two and two together. I want to sign up, but I can't jump off I'm not jumping off no helicopter. Period. And that is what it is. That's why I can't do the challenge. I ain't jumping on no helicopter. Who jumping? Baby, I'm not jumping off a building. Shit. You know the little well that they was in this last episode where they was getting the coins out of it? I'm gonna jump off the edge of that. Bitch, please. Ron is actually the closest being white, going for the woman. 3/4 traders are women. Candace is a little hot, but people don't suspect her. Yeah. But all right, y'all. They really did get rid of the smart game is off the show. I can't be in hot water. I mean, in cold water, period, or with Bud. Not me. Not for me. But y'all, thank y'all so much for being here, y'all. I really appreciate the love and support. I will be back on tomorrow. I'm going to be on Patreon tomorrow, and then I'm going to come on earlier. Y'all probably still be asleep or in church, but I'm going to come on earlier and try to do a traders review. We'll see. Maybe I'll just do one episode, and maybe I'll just do it like that because I got some things that I have to say about the episodes. And I'm really enjoying it. I really, really am. But again, y'all, thank y'all so much for being here. Y'all, I really appreciate the love and support. And I'll see y'all later. Adios.
Call Daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call Daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call Daddy, tell him 25 got it.